Welcome to Simon Chardiet's New York Stories. And I just wanna say a couple things. You heard a lot of these stories. Well, first of all, say hello to my guitar. Yeah, this is the one that I played in Joey Miserable and the Worms and the Bar Sinisters and everything, right? Barbecue Bob. I played it. It's not on the first Worms album. I didn't have it then. I got it. I started putting it on the layaway plan then. I didn't get it till the second album, but it's the one on Hanging Out for Your Love. But that being said, anyway, I wanted to say a few things. Like it's kind of obvious from all these stories. I was like a lot of the shit I did. It wasn't strictly legal, and you got all the stories about the cops or whatever. Like there's more cop stories coming. Like but there's like getting stuck out by those off-duty cops or running from the cops or doing illegal shit or whatever. But I want to make this really clear. As an anarchist, there's there's been a lot of things going on that were spurred by the actions of some very bad people, including cops including certain cops that were very bad people. Okay, but I don't subscribe to the all cops are bastards, or I hate all cops. Uh, any dialectic like that is like the same thing. It's like saying all or anything is bad. It's like you know it's like, okay, my mom's Jewish, my dad's Cuban, right? It's like saying all Cuban people are bad or all Jewish people are bad. You know what I mean? There's not all or anything that's bad, because I would not be showing respect to kids that I surfed with when they were little 12, 13, some odd, years old, like teenage kids, and surfed with them and lent them my surfboards, and we joked around. You know what I mean? And we had a lot of laughs together. We hung out on the beach, and now they're like 30 years old and they're grown up kids and they're cops. Okay, so how do I square my neighbors and my friends or cops that I work with in other lines of work? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, if I see a cop, I'm scared. Okay, I think they're going to take me and throw me into a concentration camp. But on the other hand, I can't say all cops are bastards. I'm not going to hate any one group or anything. I mean, I think I hate all Nazis. I'll tell you that. You know, you know. And so anyway, our screen has frozen. Our screen froze there for a second. So I want to just, there's people I know. I know at least. Okay, a guy I work with. Okay. Uh, there's another guy that's a friend of mine's husband. Okay, there's another neighbor of mine. Okay, there's like three kids in the neighborhood that became cops. Okay, so I'm supposed to fucking hate people I know since they were a little kid because they're cops now. That, and I don't think that's being a real anarchist. To me, an anarchist is nobody rules. So dogma doesn't rule. Now it doesn't mean I'm going to go out and support any kind of authoritarian state or anything. I'm anti-authoritarian, and I'm also anti-racist, anti-sexist, and I'm anti-dogma, any kind of dogma. I don't believe none of that shit. Okay, so I just take it the way I see it, the way I find it. There's bad musicians too, man. Do I say all drummers can't keep time? No, most of them can't, but some of them can. The ones that I'm playing with can. You know what I'm saying? So that's my logic on that. I just had to get that out of the way because it's been bugging me. Because like, look, we had a cop murder a guy on camera in front of the whole United States of America, and everybody's been out in the streets protesting that shit. Like, that guy is fucking piece of shit, okay? And he would have been a piece of shit if he hadn't have been a cop, all right? And he happened to become one, and he's a piece of shit. So that's my logic. I don't know if you agree with me or not. I can't say all anything. I could say all punk rock sucks. I love punk rock. You know, I don't care for like the knack or the cars or like you know what I mean, or that kind of shit. But so moving along. Also, I want to say it's been a great summer. Besides all those things I did this summer, I mean, there was playing Rippers twice, once with the Supertones, once with Simon and JJ. Was playing over on 97th Street. There's other gigs I did that were a lot of fun, like with my jazz group or whatever, my jazz duo or whatever. I got to fill in with Scream Rebel Angels, and I got to fill in with Butterbrain. I got this operation on my head. Finally, I had this scar under here, this like crushed dead nerve, and they finally cut it out. I had this big scar in the back of my head, but what the fuck do I care? I'm ugly anyway. Don't give a fuck. So, and I was in the fucking New York Times like for the summer hustle. And I had a lot of laughs teaching surfing. I had a lot of laughs swimming. We swam to Far Rockaway the other week, did some surfing, rode a few pretty good sized waves during the summer. So, you know, I got to hang out with my kids more than usual. They spent more time with me than they usually will. We went to the fights, we went to Coney Island. They came to the Tompkins Square show. That was fabulous. And now it's kind of like I don't know what to do with my life now. There's barely any gigs. Got a couple of students. You know, like before the pandemic, I had done 3 tours with the Mooks, and then I did a tour with the Supertones, and the Mooks thing kind of went by the wayside because Vic, he's a busy guy. He's got other things to do besides me, and he went out west, and that was that. But then the pandemic hit, and I'm like half back, but I'm not back, and I just don't know what to do next. I had that taste of touring, when I was with Heavy Trash or the Mooks tours we did, you know, tasted kind of like getting over to Europe or getting over to Japan. And it's kind of a letdown now for me that I barely got any gigs, or that there's some, that's why I love the Tompkins Square Park. I was playing for a whole bunch of people that were there for the music, you know, they were there to listen. They were there for fucking rock and roll. They weren't there to like eat dinner and there's a band in the background, you know what I mean? Like, hey, you guys know any Zeppelin play Skinner? You know what I mean? It's kind of a letdown now. Like I'm trying to figure out what the fuck to do with my life. It weighs heavily upon me because I'm not no fucking spring chicken. And I just don't know what to do with myself now. I get very discouraged in this music business, and sometimes I wished I had done something else. Sometimes I feel like like I don't know what the fuck am I gonna do now? It's right back to square one. But I'm just being honest. Maybe I don't want to wind up like so many people. Maybe I don't want to wind up like Zahn or like John Thunders or like, you know, Sid Vicious or Charlie Parker, you know, or those guys. And so maybe I'm just, airing my insecurities or whatever, because it's like, I really don't know what the fuck. I'll tell you what I am doing today is that I'm practicing for the next record that I'm gonna make, and I'm gonna make another record. And I'm gonna make another record soon. And so, okay, getting on to more New York stories. All right. Uh, we got coming up. We got coming up like the next part of Joey Miserable and the Worms. I'll do that in a day or two. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. We're up to 157 fucking followers. Like, wow, on YouTube. You know, I mean, maybe somebody that has fucking videos of their fucking poodle or something has 300,000 followers. But, you know, I'm an obscure motherfucker. I'm so excited to have 157 people. I mean, don't want to, like, look at an ugly motherfucker like me. All right. So, all right, kids, over and out. We'll be back with more worm stories soon. All right? Love ya.